Hi, in my last video, I had shared with you the importance of decisions, how every decision that we make shape our lives. I had also shared with you that whatever we are is the cumulative result of the decisions that we have made in the past. But I had also told you that we find it very challenging to make some of those important decisions in our lives, and I had promised to you that in my next video I will share with you what are some of the main reasons that we find it difficult to make those decisions, especially the big ones. Now imagine that it is a Saturday evening or Saturday night, and you ordered for some food and you go with your friends or family, and you want to you want to watch some movie. You log into Netflix or Amazon Prime, and you want to select a movie. How difficult is it for you to select a movie? On a scale of 10, if you said 1, it means that you don't find it difficult at all to select the movie. Whereas if you selected 10, it means that you find it extremely difficult to select the movie. And probably you may even, take till morning to select the movie. And what I would like you to do is to assess yourself on this scale of 10 and just take 3 seconds, not more than that. And be honest to yourself. There's nothing right or wrong about this number. Okay? Go ahead. Done. You done it? Great. Now, if you had selected any number between 1 and 5, the bad news is that you are not as good a decision maker as someone who would have selected a number between 6 and 10. The good news, however, is that you are quite happy with your not so good decision. If you had selected a number between 6 and 10, the good news is you are a better decision maker than someone who had selected a number between 1 and 5. The bad news is that you are not still happy with yourself, even with the good decision that you have made, because you keep thinking whether you should have made some other decision, whether you should have selected some other movie instead of the movie that you selected. Ironic, isn't it? Now, what makes it so difficult while making a decision in our life? What are the challenges? In this video, I'm going to cover one of the challenges that we face, and this is about timing. Now, incidentally, if you have not watched my previous video, I would highly recommend you to go and watch that last video where I talked about the decision making process. Now, what is the first challenge that we face while making in the decision making process? It is preparing. How do you prepare? What information do you gather? How much information do you gather before making a decision? Versus the degree of confusion the information causes in your brain. This is called the too much information paradox. If you do not have sufficient information, you are not comfortable about taking a decision. You're not confident, and your brain will go and tell you to go and fetch more information. Whereas if you have more information, you feel much more comfortable about taking the decision. Now, if you plot a graph of the degree of confusion versus the amount of information, you will see an inverted bell curve, something like this. Where as the amount of information keeps increasing, as you get more and more information about the subject, the degree of confusion keeps dropping. However, there is a tipping point. Beyond this point, beyond this amount of information, if you have much more information than this, the degree of confusion starts going up again. And very often when this happens, you get trapped into an analysis paralysis trap, and typically, and you get overwhelmed, you get confused because you got so much of information, you don't know what to do, and very often you may not even make that decision. This is typically a challenge that is faced by the more analytical and the logical thinkers. Yours truly was one of them. In my life, there were many decisions that I did not make just because I gathered so much of information and I did too much of analysis, and I got paralyzed into not making those decisions. I'm sure some of you would have experienced the same thing in your lives too. Now, a study of consumer behavior in the supermarket revealed this, that when a consumer is faced with limited choices in the store, the consumer does not buy because he or she feels that I don't have sufficient choices, and therefore I would rather go to a store which offers more choices. When the consumer goes to a store which has got a very wide range of choices, sometimes the consumer gets confused and overwhelmed with the number of choices, and he or she will not be able to even make the decision. I have walked out of some stores where there was a wide range of choices and I got confused. I didn't know what to do, and then I said, okay, let me not buy the item today, let me sleep over it, think about it, and then I will make the decision. Maybe some of you would have had a similar experience. But why does this happen now? What happens is our brain can process information between 3 and 6 options. If anything below 3 and anything above 6, the brain is not able to manage and it will not be able to make that decision. You may ask me, what's the relevance? Why am I sharing this study? What's the relevance of it in our life? You're right. Life is not a supermarket, but this phenomena you will experience in your real life too. It is whenever you want to make some decision, especially the big ones, things that can be life-changing for you. When do you know that you know enough? When do you know that you have sufficient information to make that decision? This takes us to challenge number 2, which is timing. I'll cover this in my next video in about a week from now. So stay tuned. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, do so that you do not miss out on subsequent videos that I'll be uploading. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.